everyone, welcome to my channel, Love Storyteller Tarot. My name is Jeanette and this is the new moon reading for the 8/9th of March 2016 and it's in the sign Pisces. So this will be this reading, but I just want to start off with saying thank you very much for all my new subscribers. My heart is filled with joy and I welcome you all. You're all welcome and precious, and without you then there's no point in doing the channel. So I just wanted to say a big welcome and thank you to my loyal subscribers who have been there from day one. I've had just a little bit about my readings. I've had a few inquiries as to the PayPal account. You do need a PayPal account. I've tried doing it another way and at the moment it didn't work, so my sister who deals with all that side of it, she's trying to find another way, but at the moment you would need a PayPal account. And the only readings I'm offering at the moment, because of time schedule, is the video like I'm doing now on YouTube, and then you get the choice whether you want the shorter version, which is 30 minutes, or the longer in-depth one, which is what I do here, which is roughly an hour. So the choice is yours, but the information is on my website. But at the moment, like I said, all I can do is through PayPal at the moment, and we are working on it. And the video readings at the moment, that will change in the future, but that's all I can offer at the moment. So I'm sorry if it's not suitable for everybody, but that's where I am at the moment. So thank you, and thank you for all the lovely messages. I'm overjoyed that they're so inspiring, and to know that, you know, the readings are supporting your own intuition, because at the end of the day you're the only one that knows everything that's going on in your life. So you can read between the lines and put the pieces of the puzzle together, and, you know, trust your own intuition and then take that action. And that's exactly what the last new moon, I'm actually doing this reading on the new moon, the Aquarius new moon, because I wanted to use those positive energies. I know it's like a month before this one, but something told me to do it today, so that's what I'm going to be doing. And if you'd have taken the action, because the February one was about not taking action between the 1st and the 8th, and then the new moon reading in Aquarius was about taking action. So if if you'd have been quiet and listened to your intuition for the first sort of week in February, and then come to the new moon, sort of got your courage and acted upon it, then I would think that you know, you'd be on the right path. So it'd be interesting to see, because the new moons are all about action. This one is actually a solar eclipse, a new moon solar eclipse in Pisces. So the solar eclipses, or the lunar eclipses, which is the full moon on the 22nd, and that's in Libra. So it's very interesting. Their energy and their cycle goes on for another 6 months. So this is a really important one. So if you've done your preparation period up to this one, then, you know, things should be flowing. So the solar eclipse it's the sun. It's about nourishment, and you need the sun to live. So it's the male energy, and it's about giving. So, and being in the sign of Pisces for me in one word is compassion. It's the spiritual ocean, whereas Cancer is the emotional ocean. I see Pisces as the spiritual ocean, and it's about compassion. So going back to the new moon in Aquarius, that was all about a new concept, a new way of communicating and dealing with your relationships, your love relationships, and this one, so leading from that one to this one, now it's, you know, it's about compassion, it's about loving unconditionally. So it'd be interesting to see what the cards are going to say. And like I said, it's from now until the full moon, which is in Libra. I'll do that one after this one. And Libra is about, you know, relationships. It's about finding the compassion. I wanted to say something else. Oh yes, about the star signs. I've been asked about, is this reading for, what star sign is it for? I just want to make it clear, I do say in my intro that, yeah, we're born under a sun sign, and then we have the moon sign and the rising sign. So you need to look in your charts to see what house the Pisces is. It's not just for people who are born under Pisces, or if you're a Pisces moon or a Pisces rising. It's you have all of the stars within your chart, so you will have your Pisces in a certain house. Mine is in my 7th house. It's in Venus, and then it's in my 7th house. Pisces is, so it's all about relationships. So this is going to be really interesting, because it's Pisces, and then 7th house, which is Libra, which is the full moon. There's something really interesting going on there, and will be for the next 6 months. So you know, if you've got your charts, then you can look to see what house. So it's for everybody. It's for everybody. So I just wanted to make that clear. But I am doing for March, I'm trying the 4 videos, like your 4 elemental readings for air, water, fire and earth, and we'll see how that goes, because people are getting confused, I think. So anyway, I think that's all I want to say. Let's get into the reading. If there's anything else, Spirit will let me know anyway. So what are the most important messages for this new moon in Pisces, which is a solar eclipse? Like I said, it's about giving. For March, I think it's 9th, but some of them say 8th, so 8th/9th of March 2016, the most important messages concerning our love lives. Let's have a look. Oh, we've got the 4 come up again. It's the first one coming in. So that's the energies coming in. So I think some of you, have you done that, or maybe not done that? Let's not jump the gun. Let's see what happens. And then we've got the 7 of Wands. We've got the Ace of Pentacles. Right, we've got the Major Arcana Death card underneath the 4, so that's interesting. Heart of the Matter. Right, we've got the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords. And Pisces is a water sign. And we've got the 5 of Cups. Okay. I had an indication then of what I was thinking. And then we've got the 4 of Pentacles. Oh, we've got the High Priestess, but she's in reversed. Okay, excuse me. And then we've got the 2 of Wands. So I'm straight away, let's see what's at the bottom. Ah, okay, we've got the 3 of Swords. Now, I do apologise, I've done so many readings, so I can't remember which goes with which all the time, but I know that card, actually, I don't think you won't have seen the reading that I did it for, because it was for the air signs, Yes, that was right. That hasn't been posted yet. That'll be posted on the 1st of March. The new moon and full moon I get out quicker because you need to know what the cycle is. Yeah, that came up in the air sign reading, so that might be connected to that. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Right, so it might be connected to that, but and this maybe some of you, because this is the energies coming in, so maybe some of you didn't take the leap of faith. You know, you didn't take the risk that was needed to take, because I was going to say on this one and the new moon, the Aquarius one, it was with the mountain, and you know, it showed the fall on top of the mountain, but it also reminded me, like, we mustn't think that we literally have to jump off this cliff, because that's too scary. What you've got to do is, if you see, like I said, this is, for me, it represents Dorothy in the Wizard of Oz. When the bit about the balloon, when she, you know, she's seen that the wizard isn't who he says he is, and then he's in the balloon and he's trying to encourage her to get into the balloon, and Toto comes out of the balloon and rushes out. Well, Toto's her intuition, so, you know, and luckily she got out and she followed him, so she followed her intuition. So even though the Fool is stood here like this and it's saying, you know, you've got to take that leap of faith, his face or her face is looking up to heaven, but Toto, or your intuition, is going this way. So you don't literally have to jump off the cliff, you know. It's about not taking a reckless risk. You don't just jump off, you know, and the risk is different with everybody. Some it will be minor. It's all about coming out of your comfort zone. And it's about Pisces, so I'd imagine it's to do with, you know, your feelings and compassion in that way. But the little doggy, Toto's going this way, you know, he's not stupid, he's going that way, he's not looking that way, he's looking this way. So it's about you trusting and following your intuition. So, but it feels like you're still having to do that. The energies are still there, still having to take a leap of faith. So maybe some of you haven't done that, because what's at the foundation, what's at the bottom, is the Three of Swords. So and I'm sure that came up, I know definitely this March one with the air signs, it's come up. So, you know, what's at the foundation is this heart situation. What can we expect? It's a love reading, you know. I make it clear to Spirit, this is about love. We need to know about love, because if we're not happy in love, if everything's about relationships. So, and like I was saying in the other one, this is the heart, and it could be because the swords are the mental level. It could be that you're coming too much from the mind and not enough from the heart, you see. And like I said, you know, you don't want to be looking the Fool, but it's not reversed, it is upright. If it was reversed, I would say different, but it is upright. And like I said, it's the one is the sword of truth, and then you've got the two going through there. So it can involve three people on some of, you know, with some people it might be that it is. And then we've got I'm going to go with the major arcanas first, or should I go that way? What does my intuition want to say? Yeah, we'll go this way. Okay, we'll follow. So, you know, the Fool is having to take a risk, and yes, you know, it's sevens are the harder numbers to work with, and it's like you've got your 6 wands here, and you know you've gained something. You've got some form of public recognition, or you know, or you've been noticed and you've gained something, or you've worked hard on something, and you don't want to give that up. That's what I'm sensing. You don't want to give it up, so you're having to defend your position, and defend your position. But this is for a new beginning, you see, and maybe this is about boundaries, and because the 6 of Wands is about victory, so maybe some of you have achieved that, and now you're having to protect that risk that you've taken. And you know, you had the courage, and you followed your intuition. And some people don't like that, because if you take a leap of faith, a risk, not a reckless one, a thought out one, people don't like it, because then they have to change, or they don't have to change, but it leaves them behind. So you know, where codependency is concerned, people like to keep people small. And you know, like I said, I think in one of my tweets, if someone's not supporting you, they're seeking to control you. So that's what just come through then. You know, it shakes them up, and they out of their own fears, their own ego, they don't want to change. They're scared of change because they're scared of the unknown. But if you're doing it, which I think maybe it was the ladies that were taking that leap of faith, then it's going to have a ripple effect. And this is a new beginning, you see. This is a new beginning on a material level. So this can be a house move, and a new job, anything like that, anything that's on a material level that is a new beginning. But it's just the start of it. It hasn't manifested. So it might be that, you know, you're hearing something, and for some of you to have this new beginning, you know, don't defend so hard about the victory that you've already achieved. You know, because this is wanting to come in. So maybe some of you, it's about that. But there's a new beginning, and this is the Death card, you see, under the Fool. So something needs to die, because this is about a new beginning, and something needs to die to have this new beginning on a physical level. So maybe some haven't taken that leap of faith, and this is about change, transformation. So by taking that leap of faith, then you experience the transformation. And I know I've been seeing a lot of double numbers, which can mean that. And it's you know, this child is offering up flowers here, so it's not all bad, even though it's quite a scary looking card. This is more of your choosing. Like I said, the Tower is something happens because you haven't made a choice maybe, but this is more of your choosing. So if you chose to do this, then you're on the right path. Transformation is happening, so that's good. And the transformation that's happening, because this is what's at the heart of the matter, is to do with the Queen of Swords. Now the Queen of Swords, she's upright, so I'm sensing that this transformation and the risk that maybe some of you needed to take in your love lives is maybe you've been holding back about speaking your truth, because this sword is the sword of truth, and she is about very, you know, air signs. It can come under air signs. It does come under air signs. but I'm trying to not get into, you know, particulars. But this person is very sharp and intellectual, and you know, is focused and recognizes how she communicates. So transformation is going on there. Because they're upright, it's positive. But maybe, you know, if it was reversed, then it's somebody that can be very cutting and uses her words to hurt people, you know. But it's not. There's transformation for this Queen of Swords, and she can represent Libra, Gemini and Aquarius, I think, in as that. It can, but I'm not saying it is. So but that's her energy, you know. She speaks her truth. You know where you stand with her. You know where you stand with her. But I think but next to her is the Five of Cups. So, you know, she's experienced some sort of hurt due to her transformation. So you know, she's very much wanting this new beginning, but she's experienced disappointment, because look, she's looking that way. She's got her hand out, which is the left, which is about receiving, and then she's got the sword in her right hand, which is about giving. So she does give of her truth, but people feel uncomfortable with that. Some people can feel uncomfortable with that, and I suppose sometimes it's not too diplomatic, because there's no harm. You know where you stand with her, but some people take it the wrong way, and then it can cause, you know, emotional disappointment. So I think that's what the energy is, and the transformation. That's, you know, this is about an ending. So something's needing to end, and what's needing to end is what's underneath it. Is the Four of Pentacles, which came up in another reading, which is about holding on, you see. It's about holding on too tightly, and that's what needs to change, and what's going to transform. It's the end of that cycle by taking a leap of faith. So it's the Queen of Swords that's experiencing the heartbreak, because we've got the swords here, which is at the base of the, you know, foundation of the reading. It's what's underneath, what we can't see. So this is what's going on, and she is the sword, so it matches her. So she's the one that's going, maybe because she needs to bring, we're talking about Pisces, and maybe it's because the transformation that needs to happen is that she needs to be more compassionate. She needs to be more diplomatic, and then it wouldn't cause these heartaches. So she's at the heart of the matter, so it's to do with her, male or female. This is a general reading, but yeah, I think the death of the Queen of Swords needs to happen, as in, you know, that sharp deliverance of a message, sharp deliverance of a message from the heart, because it's not coming from the heart, it's coming from the minds, because it's the swords. So like I said earlier, it's not we're coming to being too intellectual about a heart situation, and Pisces is all about the heart and coming from compassion. So I think that's what the conflict is to do with. She just represents an archetype, and I think Spirit's saying, you know, where love is concerned, yes, you speak your truth, but you can't come from the intellect, is what is saying, because if you come from the intellect, then you're going to get this, you're going to get the disappointments. You've got to drop down into your heart and come from your heart Pisces, compassion, unconditional love. And when you come from the intellect, you're going to get that. That's what I feel the universe is saying strongly with that, because we've got, you know, we've got the Four of Pentacles again, and this one, sorry, I hope you can see the cards. This one is, you know, about holding on again, and it's protecting the heart. He's got one there, which is that one there, but how can this begin if he's holding on to it so tightly, you know, which can be also with that card. It's defenses. You've got to have your boundaries, but you can't use your boundaries as a defense. There's a difference, because we're coming too much from the mind, and that's what needs to die, is this. So you're going to have to take a leap of faith, or a risk, I should say, a chance on love, you know, to end this pattern of holding on too tightly to the material side of our relationships, really, or protecting our hearts. But that could be somebody, you know, the pattern that needs to end is, this is a man, so maybe the men, because, you know, they work hard, and well, women do as well, I'm not, you know, but they work hard, and they're more money orientated in that way. They work hard, and it's not that they don't want to share, but maybe they're scared of getting into a relationship because of their finances, and, you know, maybe they want that commitment, but they know what goes with the commitment. Maybe they've been hurt in the past, and, you know, they lost everything materialistic, you know, their money, they lost their money via a relationship, so maybe that holds them back, and they think, well, you know, I'm not prepared to lose my money again. It's just a way of thinking. But that's, you know, this is about the death of a situation, so, or a pattern of behavior. And then we've got the High Priestess in reverse, which interests me, because the High Priestess is all about intuition and knowingness, what you can't see. And, you know, she's got the crest of the moon on the two pillars. You got the black and the white. That's like the male and the female, and she sits in between, which is about balancing the male and female energies within us. And she's you know, got the crest of the moon here, like we have on the back here. So she very much represents the you know, tarot cards, and on some of them I think she does have tarot written on the scroll. And the black cat is there, which is the feminine, and we're talking about a new moon, but it's in a solar eclipse, which is you know, the male energy. So maybe this is, which is about giving, and maybe the males aren't willing to give, and it's about giving. Maybe they're not, because I just feel like this is a man. We've got maybe it's the men. Maybe it's the men. We've got 1, 2, 3 men here in like this. So maybe it's the men that they're not following their intuition. They're not following their intuition, and they're in a defense pattern, is what I'm saying, because the sun is the male energy. I think that's what they're scared of, this Queen of Swords, because she's a strong woman, a strong, independent, intellectual woman, and maybe some men feel threatened by that. They don't need to be, but maybe they do. That's what I'm sensing. I just suddenly sense, sometimes it takes a while to get into the reading, but suddenly I sense that it's to do with the men that are holding on. They're not trusting their intuition, because she's in reverse, because men have female sides to them as well. We're here to balance the two within us and then our relationships will work much better. So maybe they've had a falling out with the High Priestess, you know, somebody who's very intuitive, and they're holding on to that relationship, or holding on to the fear about that relationship. Or maybe they're thinking, you know, maybe they wanted that relationship and it all went pear-shaped because of their holding on to their money. So how, you know, how can, you know, maybe, yeah, I just realized this, the High Priestess in reverse, and I was just saying before, if somebody's not supporting you, they're seeking to control you. So maybe this person was trying to control this High Priestess, and you cannot control the High Priestess. So she's very intuitive. So I don't think this is about, it's not about the women not trusting their intuition, because I do feel the women are trusting their intuition. I think it's more about the men that are coming from fear, and then they're not supporting this High Priestess, who's very intuitive and maybe does work like this. So they're scared of it, so they're not supporting them, and that way seeking to control her. And so she's in reverse. She can't blossom and do what she's meant to do here. Like I said earlier, when you take that leap of faith, it upsets people. It scares them, because you're changing, and it means that they have to look at patterns within them that they don't want to see. So that's what I'm sensing with that, is what my intuition is saying, is more to do with the men that are holding on, that are preventing this new beginning, for some reason. Well, it's not for some reason, it's to do with finances. So that's what I'm getting, it's to do with finances. So I think maybe, and what needs to happen, what he's scared of, to me, this card is about partnership, and it's not just, it's a partnership with the divine. To me, this is a partnership with the divine, and a partnership with a person, man or woman, whoever. But you know, this is because he's got the world in his hand, it's in the right hand, so it's about giving. He wants to give to the world, or she wants to give to the world. And you can see the ships trying to come in. It's like waiting, and well, how can I do this? But this is about partnership, and you've got the cat on the left hand side, which is the female side, which is about independence, but it's about receiving so that you can be independent. And it's strange that the High Priestess is in the middle, because at first I was thinking, oh, the ladies aren't trusting their intuition, but I really don't think it's about the ladies. They are trusting their intuition. I think the men aren't trusting their intuition. It's the men that are holding on and not trusting their intuition out of fear. They're not used to their female side or tapping into it to that extent. So that's what I'm thinking about this new moon, which is about taking action. So I think it's the men that need to start taking some action. so that they get to trust, not only trust themselves, and you know, trust that they can, that they're not going to create their past, and that they can trust the High Priestess, and that they can support her. They don't need to try and control her. They can go into partnership with her, because this poor woman, she's probably trying her damn hardest to follow her path, but it's not happening because somebody's holding on, and she wants this partnership so that she can be upright and give to the world, because she knows she's got that partnership with the divine, but she wants that strong partner by her side also. So that's what I'm sensing about that. But she's in reverse. The Queen of Swords is above. So for some of you it'll be that she's in reverse because the Queen of Swords is coming too much from the mind, like I said earlier, to do with love, and then that causes the heartbreak. But and it could be that she's reversed because she needs to be, but this is about knowingness, so it could be that she needs to be more compassionate, like I said earlier. So it will vary, you know, it's a general reading, it will resonate with some, not with everybody. So but just sense that it was the man, but the Queen of Swords maybe isn't trusting her intuition where love's concerned, because she's coming too much from the intellect instead of from her knowingness. That's what it could be also. So it would be a combination concerning yeah, and this new beginning that's wanting to get off the ground is down to the disappointment, you know, and we're needing the partnerships. But let's see what the other cards say. I think I've said everything. If not, it will come out in a minute. What the most important messages for this new moon in Pisces for 2016, because this energy is going to go on for 6 months because it's an eclipse. So this is the energies that we're going to be dealing with, and then all the other readings that come out from now until the full moon, and then all the other readings that come out during that 6 months. It will be giving you a clue as to, on each step of the way, how to deal with it, really. So this new moon and the full moon one I'm doing next is one that you can keep looking at now for the next 6 months, because that's what these energies are, and you can look at it and see, okay, what do I need to do now? Am I going this way or am I going that way? So this one and the full moon would be good ones to keep watching over the next 6 months. So what are the most important messages for this new moon in Pisces? Solar eclipse, March 8/9, 2016. The most important messages, please, Spirit, concerning our love lives. So first one that comes out goes here. Yeah, it's all to do with security. All to do with security. And then I do this one for the heart of the matter. What is the time? 39. Okay, I just worry because I think it only records for about an hour, and I know my readings are very in depth, and I can't get away from it. It's just the way it happens. What's the heart, at the heart of the matter? Right, okay, yeah. And this is in and around the environment. So it's the Queen of Swords. She needs to use her wisdom. It's about communication, and the way you communicate is causing the heartbreaks. That's what I'm sensing with that. The Queen of Swords. she's needing to use her intuition. It's reverse. It needs to be upright where the heart's concerned, not come from your intellect. You've got to start coming from, you're not coming from your intuition, you're not coming from your heart, because it's too scary for you. So it got to communicate differently. So it goes back to the new moon in Aquarius, because this is, what signs did I say? Sorry, it would be Aquarius, air signs, Aquarius, Libra and Gemini. Perhaps I said another one, but it's Aquarius, Libra and Gemini. So this can go back, because we've got the Fool there, it goes back to the new moon. It's those energies. So we're having to have a new concept in the way we communicate and talk, and the snake's there. So that's about transformation also, the snake. So yeah, that's what's happening. You need to communicate differently, is what's at the heart of the matter. And it's all down to do with security. This card, this leap of faith, is all down to do with stability. Stability, finding stability is why you're needing your, you know, excuse me, your intuition. The leap of faith, or the risks that you're having to take, is to do with security, and that's what he is holding on to. Maybe it's two separate things. So let's see what's on in and around the environment. Right, so there is news. There is news coming to do with this, so make sure, you know, you don't go into defense mode, is what I'm getting. And if this is the man, maybe the man, you know, you might hear from somebody, but it's to do with boundaries. So, you know, make sure your boundaries are in place. So you're going to get some news concerning this change that you've made to do with your stability and this new beginning, you see. So maybe there's still something that needs to be dealt with there, and this new beginning, because it's looking that way, you see. So it's looking towards the Fool and the anchor. So the message, this isn't always somebody to do with love. It can be somebody that's helping you that might lead to that. So and then this new beginning is truly lovely. You know, it's a return to happiness, this new beginning on the physical, because you want to see it happening. What's the point of it all being up in the air? You know, you want concrete evidence that something's happening, not just metaphorical all the time. You need the concrete evidence that something's happening. So this can be a house move, a job, but it's going to bring you happiness. This new beginning's going to bring you happiness, and the news is coming that is going to do that. Hope I've done the cards correctly. Okay, so we've got the road here. Yeah, so taking that leap of faith, or taking that risk, it means you're going down another path, and this can be to do with love. If a love relationship's ended, a job, you know, a house move, if somebody's moved. So maybe some of you that have, because that card there represents that then takes you down a new path, you see, where transformation is happening. It's the death of the old, so that you can head down this new path, that you can go down this new path. So that's happening. The death card is a major arcana, so it's happening so that a new pathway is opening up for you, like I said. But you've got to be, some of you might have to be careful of a Queen of Swords. Maybe that's interference, because that card can be interference, especially with the snake there. And then we've got the Man. Yeah, so there's the upset. The upset is to do with this man. Either the man has experienced it from the Queen of Swords because she's been too harsh, and then created that. So it can be that way around for some. You know, the way she communicated with this man caused upset for him, because he's on top of that. And it's about finding new ways of communicating. So sorry if this triggers some people, if you know, but I can only say I'm the messenger. I'm like the it's like the telephone, isn't it, really? It's like I speak from a two-way conversation, so I'm just the messenger of what's trying to be said. So it could be for some. This is on the Queen of Swords though, so you know, this is about holding your tongue, so to speak. Yeah, holding your tongue, I'm getting, concerning this man, because that's what's caused the upset. That's what's caused the upset. It can also be wisdom, that card, but I think it's to do with, oh, there we go. So there's luck on this one, which surprises me, because, you know, she is holding on to their is holding on, but and it's going down there. So yeah, a new path to do with security, transformations there. So maybe the transformation is this, so maybe this person's going to transform because it is above him, and that then creates the new pathway, and this pathway is full of luck. It's full of luck. So you're having to take a risk to do with your security. So maybe some of you had to end a relationship, I don't know, because that's at the foundation. Maybe some of you had to do that. It's to do with love, but there is luck around this person. So it sounds like he is going to transform. He's going to let go of this pattern. There is luck around that. That person is significant to the, and there's news, and there's good news, or a contract, invitation, anything. You know, it's but it's good news coming from this person who's been holding on too tightly, whoever that person is, represents for you in your life. But there's good news to do with the High Priestess that's in reverse. So maybe this good news turns the High Priestess back up where she needs to be. So maybe he's letting go of that, and then instead of trying to control out of fear, he's supporting her, and she turns upright. So it's definitely good news. And then we've got the lady come up. So we've got, well, that's a couple. I mean, it can be same-sex couples. Don't get too bogged down on that. But you know, he's been hurt, to do with this fresh start that's coming in, and the partnership. So it will work either way. Like if this is a man, and then, or it's a woman, and that's the partnership with the woman, so the opposites. So that's what I'm sensing, is that partnership. So that could be her. Look, that's her. He's out of fear, trying to control her, but what he wants really is that, because he's above that. So he will provide that, even though there's been heartache and disappointment. So that's her being supported, and then she'll turn up, right? You see, so this good news is on its way. He's going to do that. Yeah, it is news for her concerning the partnership. Like I said, that's a partnership with the divine and a man. The divine and a man, or the opposite, if you know, the divine and a woman, if if you're same-sex couples, and the same for that. You know what I mean. So yeah. Oh well, you know, there are some, but this is what's at the foundation. Let's see what's at the foundation. It's the book again. This book keeps coming back up, doesn't it? So what's it saying to me? This is to do with the foundation, what's at the heart of the matter. Well, maybe something wasn't known then, because this is the book of the unknown. It's also about patience, because you don't know something, you've got to be patient, is what I'm getting. So you need to be patient. Maybe this guy's been hurt via the Queen of Swords, as in what's been said that was a bit harsh, that caused the upset. Maybe there's something that you don't know that's going on around this situation, because this is underneath. It's underneath, it's the unknown, it's what's going on at the unconscious, but Spirit wants us to know, gives us a clue, you see, as to what's going on. But that's what I'm sensing with that. Something you don't know as to why, and that's about patience. So you're going to need patience with this person, because if you look at it like this, but we've got the clover next to that, if you look at it, if that's the first one and you've got news coming, you've got that one, and like that, if you look at all the men, you know, that's defending something, and that's holding on to something. And then there's the partnership there, and they're all men. So maybe that, what I was saying earlier, is to do with the male and the female, but the sun is about the male. So it seems like it's more about the male in this reading this time, but there is going to be partnerships, you know, there needs to be. So, but this guy brings good luck once he stops holding on, which I think he's going to do, because that needs the death of that, or female. Just reiterate that. Okay, and then we'll see what the angels, romance angels, got to say. Okay, what's the most important messages? What is the time? Hang on. Oh goodness, 53. Okay, what are the most important messages that we need to know concerning our love lives for this new moon in Pisces, March 8/9 2016, which is a solar eclipse? Most important message, please, romance angels, that complements this reading. Most important message. Codependency, that's what I was sensing. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. This can be, you know, it could be with this person, and that's why transformation needs to happen. It could be with this person, you know, the holding on pattern. Like I said, if somebody's trying to, if somebody's not supporting you, then they seek to control you, which is the codependency pattern. And you know, codependency can be, addictions can be, you know, workaholics, alcoholics, drugs, food, anything, shopping. You can put it down to anything. But codependency, the addictions are affecting your romantic life as to what's going on that needs to be changed in this reading. The transformation needs to be, what is at the bottom? But stay optimistic. So they're saying stay optimistic. You know, even if there is, and maybe that's what's what, you know, that's it, that's why it's affecting your relationships. Maybe there's something unknown. Maybe this person is getting help, because we've got that there. Maybe this person, the clover on top, maybe this person is getting help to do with their addictions, because they're saying stay, that's underneath, so stay optimistic, be patient, something's happening maybe that you can't see. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So maybe they're working on that and you don't know. Maybe you're working on that and you're not letting somebody else know that, because you want to get this right first before you take that leap of faith and step into another relationship that you've had before that has brought you heartbreak. So let's see, Archangel Michael, what's the most important message you'd like us to know for this new moon reading in Pisces? Most important messages, because these are the energies that we're going to be working with for the next 6 months. So it's all about working on those codependency issues and how we communicate in relationships. The most important message, please, Archangel Michael. We need to bring compassion into the... Oh, what a lovely card. We need to bring compassion, because it's Pisces. We need to bring compassion. The person you're asking about is trustworthy. Thank you for helping me have faith so I can open my heart wider in my relationships. I am grateful for your protection and ensuring that only trustworthy people are in my life. So what I get from that is, you know, because it's in and it says stay optimistic. Yes, there is codependency. I mean, come on, where isn't there really? But it's about working on it. But they're saying, you know, this person you're asking about is trustworthy, and you know, we've got to have compassion, because it's Pisces. We've got to have compassion and love unconditionally, but you do need your boundaries. You know, you need to respect yourself. So that's what I'm feeling about that you know, somebody's going through something, or you're going through something, but they're saying, you know, this person you're asking about is trustworthy, so stay optimistic, even though there is, you know, there's addictions that are affecting this relationship. Please stay optimistic. It's about unconditional love. You know, we've all got flaws, and you know, sometimes it's like living in a throwaway society, even down to our relationships. Oh, I don't like that about you. Oh, off I go. You know, off they run, or vice versa. Oh, I don't like that about him. Off you go. When, you know, that needs to change. It needs to change, you know, and the harsh words need to change, and there's got to be more softness and compassion, because the water signs are, you know, is about the emotions. So Pisces is about emotions. If you want to ask your question now before my battery runs out, what's the most important message we need to know? And then what's the most important message we need to know concerning our love lives, concerning this reading? Oh, it's yes with an exclamation mark. Now, yes with an exclamation mark is a definite. Is a definite. So, and with this, the person you're asking about is trustworthy. So you'll know who this is. This is what's going on. But it's a definite yes. So it's not going to be easy. There are things to sort out. It's not going to be easy. Was the right? So let's just finish with these lovely cards. They're just soft and gentle. They're whispers of love. So what would you like to whisper to us, beautiful angels? What would you like to whisper to us concerning this new moon reading in Pisces? That's a solar eclipse. What would you like to whisper to us? Most important message. Oh my goodness. It's true love. This love is once in a lifetime love. So my goodness, that is very positive. But I'm thinking now, looking at all of it, you know, we've got trust this person, and yes, there is codependency there, and it is affecting our love relationships, but it's about learning how to deal with that differently, you know. So it's masking, you know, the codependency is masking true love. So what's underneath it, if you take all the addictions away, is true love. And when you think about it, true love is about compassion, isn't it? About being compassionate to somebody or to yourself, what you're going through. It's all about work. This reading is all about, and for the next 6 months. So it'd be interesting to see what the full moon one in Libra is, because it's about relationships, so compassion in relationships. So it'd be interesting to see the next one. If I can, I'll do it today, because I want to use this positive energy on this new moon in Aquarius that I'm doing on the 8th of Feb. So anyway, that's what it is. So stay optimistic. This is true love, but you're not to be focused on somebody else's life to the point that you're not living your own. That's the message, you know, because then you're way into the codependency. You've got to be still focused on your purpose, what you're here to do, and this will sort itself out. And be compassionate, because there's true love there. I hope I've covered everything. I think I have. I believe that was, yeah, a realistic message, as to what we're going to be facing over the next 6 months from this new moon. But also, I think the air sign reading that I did for the element of air will help with this as well, so you'll get to watch that as well. So thank you very much for watching, and I do hope this reading serves you in trusting your own intuition. Trusting your own intuition. She's buried deep down there. Let's turn her upright to be able to trust your own intuition. And I wish you lots of love, and may true love shine through. Lots of love.